One thing I know for sure is I'm here to live a full and abundant life. And I know that is God's will for you too. But the reality is that a lot of us are not living a life we love, a life that we enjoy. And sometimes we hide under the guise of external circumstances, the things we cannot control. Oh, there's a pandemic. My country is poor. People don't like me. I don't have money, I'm broke, it's a man's world. And all the 1001 valid reasons that we can come up with for living a life that we don't enjoy. But then we forget the things that we can actually control. The truth, however, is you already have all it takes to create a life you love as a woman, as a lady. Or maybe you need a little push or help to see those potentials that you have in you, the potentials that you can leverage to create a life that you love. So in this month of September, we will walk through this series, Creating a Life You Love. So if you're interested, please keep watching and watch till the end of the video, okay? Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Yemi and I know you lady have so much potentials in you. That's why my channel is all about inspiring you to own your life, live up to your potentials and be your best self. So please don't forget to click on the subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss out an upload from me. Thank you, okay? So I want you to look around you for a few seconds. I want you to, imagine the life you're living right now. Just look at the life you're living right now. Do you enjoy your life? Are you happy with the way things are? Are you confident enough to express what you truly want? Are you confident enough in your relationships, the job you're doing, the career, your side hustle, whatever it is you're doing to make an income? Do you actually enjoy it? Are you happy with what you're doing? How you spend your time, the friends you have around you, your relationship with your family and friends? Do you like what you see? Do you like all that is happening to you? Whether you love your current situation or not, I know that you have a role to play in getting yourself out of that situation or maintaining that situation. That's if you already love the life that you're living. But if you don't love the life that you are living right now, you have something to do with how you have a role to play in how you can break free from that situation. Because I know that, circumstances of life, the conditions of life, the way things are wired, we grew up differently and we have different backgrounds. Some of us do not have, the kind of leverage that others have as children or as kids or in life generally. So yes, you may be in this situation because of the circumstances surrounding your existence, right? So I know that, life is unfair, but moving forward, you have a role to play in how you can turn the tides and, create a life that you love. So what exactly do I mean by creating a life you love? Because I know that some people, especially my African people, everything they hang it on God. God is the giver of everything. No, I can't do this. No, it's not in my power to do this. No, everything. God is in charge. God is in control. Yes, I know God is in charge and God is in control of our lives. I'm aware of that. But the truth is that He has equipped us with the brain. He has given us the mind. He has given us the resources. He didn't just create you in an empty space and He said He's going to help you figure everything out. God created trees. We made chairs out of it. God did not create a chair. God did not create a table, right? He gave us the brain, He gave us the tree, and then we created something out of it. So you can also create a life you love. But I know that, this topic can be confusing because there is a lot of talks out there on how you can become that girl, becoming that girl, glowing and growing, leveling up, and all of those stuff, right? If you look deeply, the images that you see on some of these videos are things that describe to you that, okay, this is a life you should love. You see this image of a perfect, sweet lady or a woman's life, and it's like, okay, this is a life you should love, right? So that is their own definition of what a good life is like for a woman. But then you have to be proactive. You have to be, this is why you have to be proactive and intentional, because if you're not proactive, if you're not intentional, you're just going to accept that as the life you should live, and it may not be the life that you would enjoy. So yes, I want us to start with why. Why should I do the work? Why should I be intentional? Why can't I just live a day at a time and just allow things flow, right? I'm going to give you like 2 good reasons. I don't want to bore you guys. So I'm just going to give you 2 reasons why you should create a life you love, why you should be very intentional about creating your best life, okay? So the first reason why you should be very intentional and proactive in creating a life you love is so that you can live an authentic life. It's only you that knows how you feel inside and what genuinely makes you happy. And so it will be wrong, therefore, for you to leave that to chance. You know that homemaking makes you happy. You know that reading, studying, intellectual stuffs make you happy. You know that having a stable relationship makes you happy. So why do you leave all of those things to chance? Why should you follow the norm? Why should you follow the things or the standard or what a good life should be like? Because you know what makes you happy inside of you. Why do you leave that to chance? I mean, I remember growing up as a child, I was always interested in intellectual stuff. I did not like physical chores. I did not like domestic chores at all. I did not like sweeping, washing dishes, doing all of those stuff. I did those things because I really like a clean space, and I also did not want to be called when I'm doing my own thing, like when I'm in my own zone. I did not want anybody to call me, oh, Yami, Akpaye, come and sweep the floor, come and wash the plate. So give me my duties, let me do what I have to do, and let me go and do the things that I like to do. So I enjoyed reading, I enjoyed learning, I enjoyed communicating what I've learned. So I talk a lot, you know, with the people that I like. And, you know, I enjoy communicating. I enjoy correcting people's grammar. When we had guests in our house, if anybody speaks wrong English, I'm always that one to say, no, that's wrong. You know, I enjoy doing those things. Those are the things I enjoyed doing growing up. But my sister, on the other hand, she was really brave. I wasn't brave at all. Like, I think I've said it before, that I was really fearful as a child. You know, my sister was very brave, and she enjoys being a big sister. She enjoys doing home stuff. She enjoys doing all those things, you know. In fact, she enjoys doing homemaking things, right? So why should I be forced to do domestic chores, or why should I be limited to domestic chores only because I'm a woman, when that is obviously not what makes me happy? I'm really not interested in it, you know? And why should she, that's my sister, be forced to be overly productive or overly out there doing intellectual stuff? I'm not saying that, you know, we shouldn't learn other things of life, other skills. You know, we're in this world and things are changing. I'm not saying you shouldn't learn intellectual things, and I'm not saying I shouldn't do domestic chores, but I'm saying that I should be allowed to pursue those things that I am genuinely interested in while doing all that stuff as well. She also shouldn't be forced to be overly productive. She shouldn't be forced to, you know, go to the gym, do all of those things, you know, have a routine and all of that. If it is what, you know, works around, you know, making her happy. I don't want to confuse you guys. If it is something that is needed for her to do the things that she genuinely is interested in, of course she should learn it. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't learn other things and just stick to one thing that makes you happy. I mean, the things that make you genuinely happy is different from what makes another person genuinely happy. So that is why you have to be intentional. That is why you have to know yourself, to know the things that genuinely make you happy. And when you know those things, then you shouldn't leave it to chance. You should be intentional about it. You should create that life. You know the life that you would enjoy, the life that you would love. So don't leave that to chance. Be proactive. Be intentional about creating that life. The second reason why it's very important for you to be intentional about creating a life you love is because of this phrase: act or be acted upon. Okay? Act or be acted upon. You see, the truth is that in this life, on Earth, except you move to another planet, but on this very planet Earth, if you don't move, people are constantly moving and you will be acted upon. So it's either you move or you stay and allow people to act on you. And it's not even intentional that they are acting on you. It's just that it's just what it is. You know, if you don't move, people will move on you. Like, people will act on you, right? If you don't act, if you're not intentional about your life, if you're not very proactive, things will act on you. Situations, people, crises. I mean, look at the pandemic. Some people became millionaires even during the pandemic. There's this documentary that I saw on Netflix on minimalism. Yes, and one of the organizers or one of the people on the show mentioned something about, you know, when they were young, they were very poor, and, you know, whenever rich people were doing yard sales or something, his mom would always, you know, bring in those items that those people put on sale, those rich people put on sale. His mom will always collect those items and bring it into their house. So their home, their house is always full of items. It's either the mom says that, oh, I want to keep this thing just in case in the future we may need it, or home decor that they will just use to make their house fancy, you know. If you're broke, if you're poor, you just think everything is important. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. I'm sorry if I didn't mean to sound mean, but that's just the way it is sometimes, because you are also aiming high, you want your house to look beautiful. So any beautiful home decor, anything you think is beautiful, you want it as well, right? So their home is always full of items. And eventually they were like, you know, how did we come about? Like, we are poor. How did we have all of these things? Like, how did we come about all of these items in our homes? And they realized that it's because they were busy obtaining things. Now, these rich people put out these things out of their homes because they are trying to create a kind of scenery or a kind of ambience in their home, and then you take it. The point I'm driving at is that those people are disposing of something, but if you are not intentional, you pick up everything. Am I saying that the mother was wrong to pick up items? No, I'm saying that if she was intentional enough, she would pick the things that she needed, not just picking everything because, you know, it is out there. You know, so if you are not intentional about your life, you will pick up junk from your environment. You'll pick up things from the internet. You'll pick up things here and there that are not useful for you. It will just be excessive baggage for you on your journey. That is why you have to be intentional about creating the life you love. At this point, my husband and I are at this point in our lives that, you know, if we ever find ourselves that we lose our resources or we lose our finances, we already know how to enjoy our life because we know that it is not based on these things. These things are very good. It helps you to be stable and all of that. It helps you have peace of mind. But then we also know that the reason why we have peace of mind is not just because of these things, because there are people that have more than enough of these things and they don't have peace of mind. So all I'm trying to say is that it's very important for you to know and create a life you love so that you just don't pick up junks, so that other people, situations, crises will not act on you. Because when you're intentional about creating a life you love, even when things change, even when circumstances change, you know the principles and how you got there, and then you can recreate it. You can remodel that structure for future occurrence. You know, I think that these are the two important reasons that, you know, I want to give you guys. And I hope it is enough for you to really be intentional about creating a life that you love. So I'm sure by now you're already in the mood and you're like, yes, let's go. I'm ready to take charge of my life. That's great. So in my next video, I'm going to talk about the things you need to let go of to create a life you love. Because before you start adding things into your life, before you start designing, you need to have the space for it. You need to have a blank space, you know, for you to design and create a life you love. So please don't forget to subscribe and turn on your bell notification so that once that video drops, you get notified. And also, I want to encourage you to subscribe to my mailing list. You can do that. You can check the description box. There's a section for that. You would see it in the description box because I send out weekly emails on Tuesdays only, weekly emails to my subscribers, my audience, and the emails includes a challenge for the week and a resource to guide you. And also, if you're yet to grab a copy of my ebook, A Smart Girl's Guide to Freedom, please do that. The link is also in the description box as well. It's a practical guide to help you rediscover yourself, you know, identify your unique assets, your leverage, and become the woman you want to be, you know. So yes, please do that. And thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for your time. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It helps my channel. It helps the algorithm to, you know, to show my videos to people, to a lot more people, okay? Thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for coming back for more videos. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. I really do appreciate you. And, you know, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.